so funny. It's different. It's like when we recorded with Zoom, it just, you press record and it goes meeting recording or,
Yeah.
whatever. But with this one, I don't know what you press on your end, but it starts a countdown on the screen. 5, 4, 3. So Josh and I are just staring at each other
Yeah.
for 5 whole seconds.
Right. It goes
very-
like the pre-show conversation, press record, just both of us quiet, and then we go. And we're just waiting for Deb to say Happy Tuesday, and then the normal thing. But yeah, it is where the new system gives us an option to do the countdown or not. I kind of like the countdown now.
Yeah.
I'm used to it now, rather than just going.
Right.
So, anyways, no one cares about that. What's going on, Deb? You are almost at the end of the school year. Freedom is in your sights, and I just want to say this, Deb. When we logged in, Deb said, "Hey, how's it going?" And then I said, "Good. How are you?" And the only thing she said was, "I'm so ready for the school year to be over." And so, she's very. You can tell she's ready.
It's just classic. It's just, there's no tired like teacher tired. There's different types of tired. There's parent tired. I can't imagine what that's like. There's, I don't know. I don't know. Firefighter tired. I don't know. You're tired. Like there's different types of tired.
Sure.
That just goes in my head. I can't even think of any examples. That's how tired I am. But anyway, I'm not here to complain about how tired I am. I just want teachers right now are just done. I could speak for every single teacher that's listening. Teachers are listening, but and the kids are done. They're done. I work with teenagers. Some of them are tired, and so they're quiet. So they're just like, man, I just want to get through finals.
Sure.
So that's, they're kind of low energy. It's kind of nice, and it's kind of boring at the same time. And then you have the kids who only get attention at school and not at home, which is sad and sucks for us at the same time. Because then they do anything possible to get attention. So you have these in a bad way. And so you have these kids who they're realizing school's almost over. What am I going to do? Who's going to give me attention? And so they're freaking out. And so they're doing anything and everything they can to get our attention in the most negative way. So it's like, we're done.
Yeah.
It's all done. Go home for the summer. Parents, sorry, here you go. I'm done. You can have your teenager back, and I'll see them in August.
Maybe. One of these days, I feel like one of these days you're just not coming back.
So, with me?
Oh, no. I'll see you in August. And it's like, where'd Miss McCollum go? Just gone.
Never coming back. I'm gone. Yeah. I'm out. I'm in Costa Rica. I'm just going to be there forever.
Just stay there, yeah.
Yeah. You never know.
Well, cool. Well, I'm glad that I'm glad you're almost there. Just this final push. But yeah, all that stuff you said makes sense. I can imagine that. I never really thought about it that way, but that attention thing is a big part of it. So yeah, try and grab that last minute attention before you have to go away for the summer. Makes sense.
Yeah. And it's sad, but it's the same kids who they don't care about their grades anyway.
Sure.
Like they're like, I'm screwed. I'm not getting a good grade anyway. So they just eat all the more reason to just cause a ruckus in my class. So it's like, we're done. Yeah. I don't know how the littles are right now. I like to talk to an elementary teacher to see how the littles are responding, but they're also on a different like year-round schedule. Sure. I don't think all of them, maybe some schools do, but I don't think they get a whole summer off. I think, you know what I'm saying? They just get a little bit of time. Right. But anyway, yeah, I bet Rachel's done. Rachel and Ashley I bet they're done too.
I think so.
I don't know.
I mean, like you said, I think most teachers, I don't think I've ever met a teacher that's bummed that the school year is coming to an end. I think it's usually they're either really excited and can't wait to get out, or they're like, cool, another year. Like they're kind of calm about it, right? Like another year done, let's move on.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever seen anybody like, oh no, I wish I had one more week. I haven't seen it.
No. Yeah, no.
But maybe. I'm sure there's someone out there that has that mentality.
It's almost like, okay, summer is 2 months long and that's a lot of time off. So I know some teacher friends who are like, that's too much time off. And I'm the same way. That's why I teach summer school every year. It's nice little extra money and it keeps me out of trouble. So some teachers are like, this is too long of a break. I'm kind of ready to go back. That happens, but that's when we've already had a summer break-ish and then August is approaching. At the end of the school year, I've never heard a teacher say 1 more week. I would like to stay 1 more week.
Yeah. I feel like I've heard students say that before too, where towards the end of the summer, they were kind of ready to go back to school. And
Yeah.
that student was never me. I can't imagine that feeling. I love summer so much, and the idea of going back to school always sucked. Uh, Not that I hated school. It's just I didn't want summer to end. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
was more of it for me. So I'm very much in the boat of, hey, can't wait for summer to get here, and then I wish summer would go on forever. So yeah, I don't know that feeling of wanting to get back, but that's just me. I'm not a teacher though, so it doesn't affect my life. I don't have those summers.
I always tell the kids, you guys are done. We're actually more done than you are. Like, we don't want to be here. Like, they're like, we're so done with school. We're ready for summer. And I'm like, I think your teachers are more ready than you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, probably a good chance. Probably a nice little battle,
Yeah.
emotional battle there for
Mhm.
both of you guys.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. But
well,
anyway,
cool. I have
over.
to let you know. So our friend Travis Cole, who will be coming on the show next week, I he did this hardest mile this past or a couple weeks ago, and I saw that, and I don't know if I think I shared that with you before. I don't know if I did that on the podcast or if it was after, like, or off air. But basically, this
Mhm.
hardest mile is you're on a track, you do a broad jump to burpee for one lap. The next lap is lunges. The next lap is bear crawls, and the next lap is a run. So I had this
Mhm.
saved for a long time, and I just put it there. I'm like, that's interesting. I saved it in Instagram. Then, like months later, I see he did it. I'm like, oh man! And I saw his time, and he's in great shape. And I saw his time, I'm like, that took him a long time, and he's in really good shape. And so I'm like, I want to try it, but I'm like, I'm gonna be out here forever. I'm gonna have to take like half a day to do this stupid thing. And so I did it this past Sunday, and I'm very sore. It took me like an hour and a half, and my whole body is sore. It's a weird sore. It's like in all these different weird spots. I'm in pain, not in pain, but like there's definitely like my ankles, my shins hurt. You know what I mean? I'm walking and I feel like my leg buckles sometimes because like it's just a weird angle. I'm glad I did it, but yeah, it sucked. And my time was like I was like 30 or 35 minutes longer than his. Yeah.
Wow. I saw you post that and I was like, oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I'm glad I did it. But like I said, I have blisters on my hands. I even put like these receiver gloves on to do the bear crawls
Mhm.
because I'm like I'm not gonna mess my hands up.
Wow.
Still got blisters on my hands from that. Like the whole thing was, yeah, it was insane. And really, the part that sucks the most is it's not even the physical part of it. I think it's the mental part of it. Like I'm going around the track. I'm like I'm actually doing pretty good, and then you realize, oh no, I'm not even halfway for the burpees. Not even halfway for the burpees. Like this sucks. You know.
Can you say it again? Work out again?
So it's the first lap is broad jump to burpee. The second lap is lunges. The third lap is bear crawls, and the fourth lap is a run. And I was telling Trav, I said because I texted him halfway through. I'm like, this is gonna take me forever. And I'll tell you what, the worst part is the burpees and the bear crawl. Never in my life was I so looking forward to doing that many lunges. But after the burpees, I'm looking forward to the lunges because like that's going to be way better than what I'm doing now. And then you go to the bear crawl. I'm like, I just want to finish this with a run. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but it took me a very long time. But I think he said in his original post, the guy who I don't know if he invented it or the guy who kind of started this whole thing, he did it like in 30 minutes. And I was telling Rachel, I
Mm.
said the idea of him doing this in 30 minutes is insane because it took me like 45 minutes just to do the broad jump burpees. Do you know you know what he would look like doing the broad jump and burpees? He would look like a frog. You know how fast he would
Right.
go?
There's no I'm trying to picture it in my head. Like, okay, just doing jump without the
Yeah.
burpee would take me a half an hour without the burpee.
I feel like you would do better than I did. Maybe not right
Wow.
now with the hip.
Not right now, yeah. Maybe I'm trying to in my best shape. Maybe I guess a little faster than that, but that's still awful. I'm glad that the first lap is the burpees are out of the
Yeah.
way. That's good.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, there's no doubt. In your best shape is much better than my best shape. So you would have, yeah, you would have smoked my time. So, anyways, I'm very sore. My ankles are they just feel sore. It almost feels like marathon. Like when I ran the marathons. After that, you just feel not
Mhm.
quite right.
Yeah. Have you not done anything since the Sunday you said?
Sunday.
Tuesday?
No, so I worked out yesterday and today.
Oh,
And I'll
okay,
tell you
that's good.
what, I was lifting much lighter weights. You grab the normal weights. I'm like, Oh, that's not going to work. I'm going to drop a
Yep.
dumbbell on my face. Let's go. Let's
But
ease off a little bit. And I'm not like lifting that heavy anyways, but
that's better. That's better than nothing. So if you were to not do anything, you would be so sore for like ever. So it's better. You're working it out. You know this. I guess I'm just saying this for anyone listening. If you're hella sore, you need to move
mm-hmm,
immediately. It sucks and it hurts, but it actually makes you feel you're not as sore. You'd be more sore sitting around. It prolongs the soreness
100%.
if you don't do it.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
usually, I like to get out there and run. I didn't have a chance yesterday, but I feel like when you first start running after a workout like that, when you're really sore, the first, the first few steps are pretty brutal because like I feel like I'm not moving at all. And then you kind of get into it and then you're fine. But yeah, I agree. It's much better to do that than not. So
Right.
anyways, that's just me complaining. It was good. I'm glad I did it. But yeah, it took a very long time. I just told my wife, I said, this is gonna be a minute. And she's like, oh, I have no doubt. She's like, I saw the workout. And she didn't say this, but she's like, she knows there's a big gap between me and Trav. So she's like, yeah, if he did it in an hour, I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you in
See you in
12.
12 hours or 12 days. Could have been either one. At certain moments, it felt like it could have been 12 months. So,
But you did it. Yeah. Congrats.
well, and I was telling somebody commented on the story on Instagram, and they said something about not having a track to do it. And they're kind of joking, like, oh, it's a bummer. I don't have a track near me, so I can't do it. I'm like, yeah. As I was driving to the track that I did it at, typically on the weekends, even on Sundays, it's pretty busy. So I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking maybe it's too crowded and I'm not gonna have a chance to do it. And it was completely empty. Like, of course it was. Like I had one shot to get out of this thing, and there was no excuse. So yeah,
Well, you did it. Good job.
thank you. That's all I wanted. I just wanted a pat in the back. Thank you, Deb.
What a gold star.
I'm good. Just
Got
the good job. I'll take that. It's good enough.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's not why we're here. We're not here to talk about the last stretch of school for Deb or this stupid workout that I did. Deb, why are we here today?
We're here to talk about some music. I think it's a great time with summer approaching.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're driving in your car and you're just, sometimes I'm a podcast person. Of course, we all know my true crime, and then I listen to other stuff and whatever. Depends on my mood. But sometimes I'm just like, I just want a good playlist. Sure. But it depends on the mood. Again, it depends on the mood. Like, am I angry right now, or am I feeling nostalgic, or am I feeling like good vibes, like summer song, like having a good time? So we thought we would just throw some songs out there for everyone so that they can add them to their playlist.
Maybe. Yeah. And it's our second time doing this. We haven't done this I thought it was more recent, but we haven't done this since episode 90. So we actually did an episode called Life Music because, like you said, music is around you all the time, is around us all the time. And it's something that, with the focus of our show being connection, it's something that helps us connect with different moments in life. It's something that helps us connect with different people. It's a common interest, right? Like we love certain music, certain artists, and we bond over that. I know it was this past weekend, or maybe it was a weekend before, you were at a concert with friends. Like we go to concerts, we enjoy that music together. People hop online, they hate on certain songs together, right? I'm a huge hip hop fan. You had the whole Kendrick and Drake rap beef that was going on a few weeks ago. People are, on both sides of that. Like it's one of those things that connects us. And even if we're on opposite ends, or we like different genres of music, like there's still so many of those things that connect us. And like I said, it connects us with, I think, different emotions in different parts of our lives as well. And so we thought it's been a long time, not quite as long as I didn't realize it had been this long since we had done this episode, but it's kind of like a part two, a continuation, if you will, of songs. So we're going to try our best not to go over the same stuff. I think I avoided that. I don't know about you, but
I honestly didn't even look at my other notes, so I'm hoping there's different songs on here. There might be like one song that's
okay. And if it is, it just proves that you love that song. So yeah. So basically how we do these episodes is we choose different topics and categories. I tried to explain it the best I could on Instagram. I don't know if I did the best job, but basically it's not just, hey, this is my favorite song. This might be my favorite song in this type of moment. Like this is my favorite song driving at the beach, or I love this song from high school. Like there's like specific things and categories that we use to pick these songs, and we'll go through that. But Just so everybody knows, that's kind of how, because they're just random categories, but we try to connect it to different moments or different occasions or different situations. So some of them may be a little bit off the wall, but that's what makes it fun. So cool. Deb, do you want to start with
Cool.
one of yours?
Yeah. So one of my categories, let's see. I'll just start at the top. But wait, am I going through the list that I told you before we started recording? Here
Yeah,
we
the
are.
three that you sent me. Yep.
Yes, the three that. Okay. Um, let's do. So, want to do the high school one?
Sure.
That one of them. Okay. Sorry, my brain. I forgot what you said 10 seconds ago. So here we go.
That's okay. And we can just
What?
go back and forth. You can just pick whichever one from the list, and then I'll just make sure I don't copy that one. You're good.
Right? High school. Well, speaking of high school, one of my kids. I'm sorry, I have to stop.
Time
Pause.
out.
So time out. So today at work, I meant to lead with this, but I forgot again. My brain. So okay. So I'm in a group chat with two of my best friends from like childhood, and we were just joking about that we're getting older, and we're all the same age. All of us. We're 36, and so one of my friends said, "Hey, Deb, ask your high school kids what they think old is, like how old, like what age." And I'm like, "Oh boy!" And so I'm literally read it really quick, and I'm walking with my class. The class is over. We're kind of walking back to the gym, and I just out loud to see who would answer. Asked my kids, whoever was nearby. I'm like, "Hey, what age is old to you guys?" And one of them, like next to me, he just kind of like looked up in the sky, and he was trying to think really hard, and he like shut his eyes, and he was just like 36.
Oh,
And I just started cracking up like the loudest laugh. And then his friend goes, "Uh-oh." And I go, "I'm 36." And he goes, "On God?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm 36." He goes, I mean 38, 38. And he was like trying to fix his answer. I about died. So these kids think 36 is old, by the way. That's just what I have to
man,
say
that's
about
tough.
that. So anyway, it was great. I felt it was great. Good feeling.
Yeah,
But
I
anyway,
bet.
so my high school category. So I don't know, the first song that popped in my head, and again, we graduated, and you graduated in 2006 also,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, I'm a little bit younger
Okay.
than you, but yeah, same year we graduated.
I was an older person
Yeah.
though. Like I turned 18 the fall of my senior year. So
Okay.
anyway, I was, yeah.
Yeah. I just like to
Um
point that out to
I,
everybody. I know some of you are thinking that's incredibly rude. This is not the first time I've made this comment, so there you go.
mm, okay. So high school song. Um Hey Ya by Outkast. It's by
It
Outkast,
is.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what that's the first song that popped in my head. Anything by Outkast, anything by Black Eyed Peas,
Okay.
kind of like in my head. I don't know,
Sure.
just those songs, but Hey Ya popped in my head. That is like a song that reminds me of when I was in high school.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in that.
See, I'm sure we had a lot of the same ones because, like you said, same year graduated. But mine was "It's Going Down" by Young Jock. It's not even a song I enjoy, but I feel like that song. The same thing. Anytime someone talks about what song was big during high school, I feel like that song played all the time. It was it's a very specific like Southern style of hip hop, and that song would play on the quad. I feel like every day at lunch, at least once, and you'd hear on the radio, and
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I think I'm good on the song. I'm good. But I feel like that's always what I attribute or associate with high school is that specific song, which is a kind of a weird choice, but it's forever stuck in my head as a high school song. Like I can still even like picture it like walking through the quad during lunch and hearing that song play on the speakers. So that's mine. Yeah.
love it. That's a goodness. That's like nostalgia right there. That could be a high school / nostalgia category.
I almost went through a
That's
list
good.
just to see, kind of the songs that were big during that time because I can't remember off the
Mhm.
top of my head all the songs that were huge. But like I said, that one felt very big to me because I heard it a lot. So yeah,
Nice. Love it.
cool. So
Okay.
let's see.
Do you want to go next
Let's
category?
go to this one. I think this is a fun one. It doesn't sound fun, but I think
Okay.
it's kind of a fun category. Okay, favorite sad song. So this is a song that doesn't necessarily make you sad. Maybe it does, but a song that just the way I look at this one is that it's a song about something sad,
Mhm.
but you just love it. And so, like I said, and maybe it's one of the same. Maybe it's a song that's sad, and it also makes you sad. This one doesn't make me. Mine doesn't make me sad, but I love this song. And so, but it's not an uplifting song by any means. But I still love it. So, um, the one I chose to go with was "Slow Dancing in a Burning Room" by John Mayer. Um,
Okay.
I love that song. I've always loved that song since I first heard it. And obviously, when you listen to the lyrics of that, it's about a relationship that's going down. It is, things are not in a good place, and just prolonging the inevitable of this thing crashing and burning. But just the musicality of that song and the sound and the feel of that song, I've always loved it. So that's one of those songs that I think used to make my wife back then, my girlfriend, nervous. She's like, "Why is he always playing this song? She's trying to send me messages. What's going on here?" It's like, "Don't you love this?" She's like, "I don't know if I do or not." So she does love that song too. But we're still together, so it's okay. But yeah,
There you go.
I've always loved that song. I love that whole album, that Continuum album by John Mayer. But yeah, that's one of my favorites from that album.
I feel like any John Mayer song reminds me of like it's got to be like raining outside. It's got to be like gloomy, and that's it. That's the only time it's when it's appropriate to listen to him. Sometimes I feel like I don't
That's
know.
interesting.
I don't know.
You know what's funny about that? I'm a little bit weird with music. I wouldn't go so far as to say gloomy for me, but I do feel like I listen to that his music a little bit more at night, or like as like the
Okay.
sun's going down. It's not
Yeah,
like that's like the first thing I listen to in the morning. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's got
I'm
that
kind of
vibe.
with you.
Yeah,
I'm kind of with you.
John Mayer. Oh my god. Okay, I like that one. That's a good one. I don't think I've heard it. I need
Oh, you
to
should listen to it. Yeah,
search for it, listen to it.
you
Yeah.
should you should maybe listen to
Okay.
it if you really want to feel it. Listen to it on like the verge of a breakup. You know what I mean?
Oh god. Just be fully immersed in
Yeah,
it.
you'd probably feel a
Nice.
little bit more then. But either way, it's a good song. You should check it out.
I usually go for angry songs during a
Oh, is
breakup,
that a
but
segue? Oh,
I'll try.
well, you still need to share your song. That might be a good segue.
I'll share mine, then we'll
All
segue
right.
into that. Okay, so I this one I was having a hard time with this one because I don't like to listen to a lot of sad songs. Again, I go for if I'm feeling a certain way, I go for
Sure.
angry. Every once in a while, a sad song will pop up, and I'll just like, oh, I'll just keep listening to this, whatever. Um, but I was, just had my Spotify on shuffle driving home, and this song popped up, and I'm like, oh, I almost forgot about the song. This is okay. This is my favorite sad song, I think, and it's called "Can You Hold Me," and it's by NF with Britt
Okay.
Nicole, and it's very like trying like the melody's very slow at first, but then later it kind of like gets intense and the beat picks
Sure.
up and it's just like very dramatic. But it's basically about like, someone wants, you want to be seen, and then the lyrics come in like, can you just hold me, I forget the exact lyrics, but anyway, you just got to listen to it. It's a good one. It starts with the piano, so it's very like, oh no, it's just piano. This is gonna
Dramatic.
be like it fit like the way it starts off like you want to cry. It's like, oh my god, like, am I gonna die? Like what's happening? And then but then it picks up and like it kind of gets a little dramatic. Like you can kind of see both artists like kind of fighting it out kind of as they're singing. It's really good.
Interesting.
I like it.
I don't listen to a. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't listen to really any of NF's music, but I am familiar. And if anybody's not, it's and they probably wouldn't appreciate this because I feel like there's been issues before, but very similar, like Eminem, a similar style. It is funny though because
Yeah.
like my girls love a couple of Brit Nicole songs, and it's hard
Yeah.
to imagine those two together. But I imagine that, like you
Yeah.
said, that battle between the two emotions, I imagine would be pretty strong. So I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's just intense because Brittany Cole can be intense in a good
Sure,
way. Like it's almost like they're opposites. Like she's like the light and he's like a little
sure.
darker. So it's like a nice little balance. It's a good
Okay, and
one.
what was the name again?
Can you
Can
hold
you hold
me?
me? Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good. And then okay, so like I said, instead of listening to a sad song, I'd rather go for an angry song because it kind of just pumps me up because I'd rather get out of my feelings sad. I can't sit and wallow. Like I just can't do it. Every once in a blue moon I might indulge and do it, but I usually can't. So I put on a little more upbeat angry song. I have a playlist on Spotify that has the middle finger emoji. So this is on it.
Oh,
So
how many songs are on that? I would love to hear that playlist.
a lot. It's just great. So my favorite angry song, I have a lot, but I guess my favorite one, and especially to like sing along to, is IDGAF by Dua Lipa.
Oh, okay.
It's classic.
Very nice.
Anyway,
That's the go-to
there's
when
that
you're
one.
angry, huh?
It's just so satisfying when the F word is just thrown into a song. It's just great.
There you go. That's funny.
So yeah, that's it. I mean, enough said. People can just listen to it if they haven't heard it yet. It's pretty popular, but yeah.
I'm not sure I'm familiar. I'll have to check it out.
Don't play it in front of your girls.
No, yeah, I probably not gonna play any of these angry songs in front of my girls. I usually keep these to myself. So I actually have two that I'll mention just real quick. Now I'll be honest, I don't listen to the angry music when I'm angry necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of pulled these from like workout playlists, and I kind of have them at those points where, like, especially like my running playlist, it'd be more at a point where I'd play this if I'm really struggling. You know, I'm probably mad that I'm out there, but these are definitely angry songs for sure. The first one is, oh, bless my space. Where'd it go? Animal I've Become by 3 Days Grace. That's that's a pretty intense one. That one's weird because, like I've said it multiple times on this podcast and other podcasts, and just people know I'm a big hip hop fan, and so this one is like the polar opposite of something I would listen to. And this would, like, if you heard this in my playlist, like, what the heck is this? Yeah, it's definitely like a harder rock type song, very aggressive, just like from the guitar from the very beginning. You can just tell, like, this is not a pleasant song. You're not gonna be playing this at a wedding or a birthday party. This is like you're getting ready to fight someone, or you're in a dark place. So that's one of my go-tos for the angry songs. And then also, going back to the hip hop thing, pretty much anything by DMX, but X gonna give it to you. It's a pretty popular one. It's out there a lot, but that one, is again, not gonna have my girls listen to that, but it's definitely an angry song that gets me through some of those moments in the workout, the angrier moments in the workout. So
nice.
Yeah, cool.
It's good workout music too.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's see. Let's go. I'm gonna go with favorite emo song. I think this is one of yours.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure exactly what you meant by this. If you just meant like emotional song, or if you actually meant like an emo, like a more emo. Because
I mean, I guess emo does mean emotional, but I meant like emo, like the dark, like you're like, the phase when you're in middle school, like, and you wear like freaking eyeliner and like dark hair, like emo.
Did you do that?
Like just rock. Yeah, except for dyeing my hair dark. I didn't do that, but oh yeah, I went through lots of phases.
Okay.
Trying to figure out who.
All right, I can honestly say I did not do that. So that was all right. It's a bummer that you didn't go with the black hair. I feel like that would have been awesome.
I wanted to dye when I was younger. My red hair was too, like, I didn't think it suited me. I didn't think like I was.
You didn't think it suited you? What does that mean?
Like I just like it was like just bright, and like I wasn't bright and cheery when I was younger.
Gotcha.
Like I was kind of in the ass, like kind of very like had a big attitude. So I was like, I felt like my hair should have been darker.
Everything dark. All right.
Yeah, exactly. That was my vibe.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
You are a very interesting person. I'm gonna say that because I feel like you're. I agree. You've gone through a bunch of different phases, and I feel like none of this should surprise me. But yeah, seeing like little Deb in middle school, like digging her name into the desk.
And I mean, I didn't go that far. I was afraid to get in trouble.
Okay.
But I did want to like.
You put it like in a erasable marker.
More like paint my fingernails black type thing, and then dark liner, and just like don't talk.
Just put the headphones in, the hoodie on. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's all making sense. All right. So okay. I kind of went that more to that direction. Like one of these, like especially like as we were growing up, there was quite a few big bands, right? That kind of had that feel. And so, but the one I went with was a song called "Stolen" by Dashboard Confessional. I feel like Dashboard Confessional had a lot of music that was kind of like that emo-ish music. I re-listened as I thought about that. I re-listened to it. I'm like, oh yeah, this would fit that category, I think. But
Mhm.
yeah, I actually heard this on an episode of Scrubs, the TV show Scrubs, and that's how
Yeah.
I even became aware of this song. And I'm like, oh, I like that song. And so it's been in my music list ever since. But yeah, very much a it's not a breakup song or anything like that. I think the guy's saying like you've stolen my heart, but
Mhm.
it sounds like he's in love with this person, but at the same time, like she really did steal something from him, and he's kind of depressed. Like that's kind of how it feels to me. It's like I think you should be a little happier if you're in love with this person. He's like, oh, she stole my heart. So again, it could be a breakup song. I don't really know. It's I listened to it for the first time today in a long time, so um, I could have that whole message off. Anyways, it's a good song. I like
Yeah.
it. I felt like it fit the category. So there we
Right.
go.
Very cool. Perfect. Well, I mean, duh, Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. Like that's just
Sure,
classic classic
it's a
emo
great call.
emo. That's the first thing I thought of. I had to look, and I couldn't. I'm like, what is it? No, actually, no. Kaylin brought up Evanescence, and I was like, oh yes, thank you.
It's
That's
a
right.
very good call.
I almost, yep.
There's a lot of
Evanescence.
those groups
Bring me to,
was it like Blink 182, Good Charlotte, a lot of those bands.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna see Blink 182 on July 9th.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I'm
Where at?
excited. I think it's the amphitheater. Oh my gosh, in Mountain View,
Oh, Shoreline.
way over there in the yeah Shoreline. I couldn't remember. I'm like, what is it? I think it's Shoreline. I got to look it up again, but I'm pretty sure that's where it
Nice.
is. But
I like that place.
I,
I saw a comedy, not a festival. It was like a comedy thing there. I saw Dave Chappelle and Chris Tucker. It's pretty cool.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, nice.
Actually,
Oh my gosh.
have you been to off track a little bit, but have you been to the Thunder Valley, the new venue?
Um, yes, I went to one. I get these casinos mixed up. I don't know what the
It
hell they're
makes sense.
called. I went to one casino nearby to see. Oh my god! Wow, come on, brain, work. Will come to me. I went to go to a show there. I think it was Thunder Valley. I don't know. Anyway, have you been there?
I just went
Let
to a
me ask
comedy
you.
show there a couple weeks ago.
Flow Rida. Sorry, I saw Flow
Is
Rida.
that recently?
No, that was back in December.
Oh, but it was within the last couple of years.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So it probably was that that new venue is amazing.
yeah. Okay, yeah, maybe that's what it
All
was.
right. Well, I'm sorry I asked this question. This led to nowhere. All right. Anyways,
Not helpful, huh?
no, not at all.
I'm not.
All right, Dad. Let's go to the next topic. I should not have said anything.
Okay. Yes. Let's see. Am I saying the next
Yep,
topic? Is
it
it
is
my
on
turn?
you.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Can I do summer song this
Mm-hmm.
year? Okay. So I think this is fairly new. Either that or I just discovered it. But anyway, I love my country music.
Yuck.
Um, I,
I'm just kidding.
but I especially love when country mixes um, with one of like the DJs, like Zed.
Okay.
Um, so I think this is that. I think it's Zed. Anyway, it's Kane Brown, and it's called Miles on it. And it's just the beat's good. It's just like it's more poppy than country because Kane Brown's very
Sure.
country. And I gotta look it up. I think it's Zed. He partnered with someone. Zed does a great job. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Marshmello.
Marshmallow. Okay.
Marshmello.
Marshmallow.
Yeah, I couldn't remember because I know he's done some things with Zed too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Follow
so it's
Marshmallow
called
on
Miles on It.
Instagram. Has a cookbook. I have it. Oh yeah.
Really? That's awesome. Are there marshmallows in the cookbook?
I don't know. I don't think there's any marshmallows. To be honest with you, he should have more marshmallows. But no, it's a cool cookbook. Follow him on Instagram if you want to get some inspiration for cooking. Anyways, go ahead.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's just a good upbeat song. I just don't know how else to describe it. It's just very, to me, it's a feel good song.
Okay.
It's just, yeah, it's great. It's Miles on, he's talking about his truck and a girl, but he's also like, they're talking about putting Miles on their relationship too. Like, it's like twofold, putting Miles on the truck, putting Miles on the relationship. It's cute.
Very nice.
It's a nice little upbeat. Those songs make me want to puke sometimes, but this is a great upbeat song.
Country songs or love songs?
Love songs.
Okay.
Like there are There are country love songs that Kaylin and I will look at each other and we'll just be like, I'm just gonna go stab myself now. Okay, thanks. Sorry not to trigger anybody, but we're totally joking. But we just will like say things like that. We're like, no, I can't listen to this song right now because it's like too mushy, too lovey dovey.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about country music in general. So it's never been my
Yeah.
thing. So, like I
There you
said, good for everybody who loves it. I've tried. Just can't do it.
go.
Can't do it. Cool. So I have.
So I like.
This is always tough for me because I have so many um, that I could go with, and
Okay.
I have three, but I'm gonna go with just two. Um, okay, so the first one is it's called "The Mac" by Nevada, and it's actually like a similar like a DJ remix of "Return of the Mac," and so yeah,
I like
yeah,
that.
this
Yeah.
one's fun. It's just a fun song. It definitely it feels like a song that you would have while you're driving down the coast or you're at a pool during the summer or you're on the lake, something like that. It's a fun song. It's a fun remix. It's with Nevada, and I think Fetty Wap is also on the song too. So that's a fun one. I love the original Return of the Mac song. This one is just a
Yeah.
fun twist on that. And then one that I found just recently within the last year is a song called Peanut Butter by Porsche Betts. I don't know what this song's about. It's a fun song. I'm like, I heard it. I'm like, I was at the beach. I heard this song. Like, this feels like a summer song. So I added it to the playlist. And now that the weather's gotten a little bit warmer, I played it and it fits. So I'll be listening to that song quite a bit this summer.
What's it called
Peanut
again?
Butter. Peanut Butter by Porsche Betts. And that's BET $.
I love that.
Yeah.
$.
Yeah, there you go.
Peanut butter. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, these are new. I have not heard some of these songs, or I don't think I have. Sometimes I'll listen to a song and be like, oh, I know that song. I just didn't know that's what it was called. Or like I didn't know that's
Sure. Sure.
like the artist.
This one, I doubt you've heard this one. Yeah, that one I just randomly came across that one. I liked it a lot. Also I lied. Also, there's a song by the Academy called Sweet Talk. That song is awesome too. Yeah, love
Okay.
that song. Really good summer song. So
Right.
that's like the one time I kind
Yeah.
of stray away from listening to hip hop and R&B is when summertime rolls around. The weather's nicer, and there's some of these DJ mixes that are either their own song or it's a song that they, like you said, they took a song and then kind of remixed it a little bit. I have a summer playlist full of that type of stuff, and I love it. So yeah,
Nice. Love it.
okay.
We'll have to share playlists. You just won't like any of my country songs.
No, I've told everybody I'm always willing to listen, but I just won't be happy about it. So there we go. All right, let's see. Let me scroll. All right, so I think we only got two suggestions from people. People. My wife came through. Shout out to my wife, because
There
everybody
you
else that
go.
listens. You guys. No, that being said, no, I'll say that. One person did respond, but it was a different response than what my wife had. So I'll share that once we get through these songs. But the last one that Deb suggested, and she said it's her favorite. What's your favorite? Feeling Myself or Bad Bitch song? So there you go. I feel like
Call it a
you
bad
you
bitch.
guys probably would have known that came from Deb, because I feel like that just sounds like something that, like, I feel like Deb's got that playlist. Do you have a playlist titled that?
Yeah, it's not titled Bad Bitch. It's titled something else, and I can't. What did I title it? Oh, I think I titled it My Hype Music or something. I just got to change it and put a crown emoji on it, and then I'll know what playlist that is.
You see a crown emoji? All right.
Queen, Bad Bitch Queen.
Jeez.
I have
You should have
two.
put that on the.
I
You
have
should
two of
have
them.
set that on the notes.
Yeah, right.
So
I have lots. I have lots of them, but one of them, I think I said this song last time, just because I've loved it for a long time. Big Energy by Lotto. It's a good
that sounds
one.
right. Yeah.
And I also like America's Sweetheart by Elle King. That's a good one.
I'm not familiar with that one. Did you? I don't think you mentioned that one last time.
I don't think so. Yeah, she's country, but
There we
she's
go.
more poppy country. Like This one it doesn't sound country.
Okay.
It sounds like pop, but America's Sweetheart by Elle King.
I feel like that's how people have
It's a
tried to
good
trick
one.
me in the past. They're like, oh, it's not, it's country, but it doesn't sound like country. I'm like, oh, okay. And I listen to it, like, that's close enough.
That's close
Get it
enough.
out of here.
It's got that country twang voice for sure. She's got a great
Sure.
voice. It's got, this one it kind of starts out by sounding country, and I don't know. It's a little mix of each, but America's Sweetheart by Elle King.
Okay. I like it.
Yep.
So yeah, again, I have two. This one I think I mentioned last time, but it's the Man by Aloe Black. I love that song. Ever since I heard it, I saw it on a Beats commercial. I loved it then. That's always a fun one when I'm feeling pretty confident. And then the other one, it's on the nose, but it's "Feeling Myself" by Nipsey Hussle. I love that song. I've always loved that beat, and I love that song. So that's a good one too.
Good
Yeah.
one. It is a good Feeling Myself song.
Yeah.
Called Feeling.
In the title.
Nice.
Like I said, a little on the nose, but I decided to go for it anyways.
Yeah. Love it.
Cool.
Sweet.
So we did reach out to people on Instagram to see if anybody had any suggestions, and not many people did. So what happened? We were rolling.
Well, I'm wondering if people didn't understand the assignment. I tried to explain, like when I reposted mine and I said, what's your song category? And I said, example, angry music, workout music. Like I tried to give like example categories. Yeah. I didn't get any bites either. Or if I did, I was too late to check, when your story goes away. I kept checking and I didn't see anything. So sorry, unless you responded at the last minute and then it went away from my story and I didn't catch it in time, then there's that. But I didn't see anything.
I struggle with that. Like I was like, am I explaining this correctly? Because I know, like, you and I know what we're talking about, and I tried to reference them, point them back to episode 90 to get a better idea, but it didn't work. And my wife knows what I was talking about because, I've talked to her about it before. So, but our friend Paul Marshall did reach out and said that we should talk about slow jazz or smooth jazz. And then he said he was joking because, he's like, we don't need a whole episode on Kenny G. Or he's like, we don't need more Kenny G in everybody's lives. So
I would really have I would have nothing. That would be so boring. I'd be like, I got nothing. Sorry. I'd have to look it up. I'd have to research it.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah. So sorry, Paul, or maybe you're welcome, because we can't talk about it because we know nothing about smooth jazz and or Kenny G. So I feel like Kenny G's got that one. I don't even know the name of it. He's got like the one song that's pretty popular. But again, I feel like it's become so popular. I think people make fun of that song now. It's like used in a joking way. So,
oh no.
But who am I to say though? Kenny G's made a lot more money than I have, so he knows what he's doing.
That's how he knows. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So shout out to Paul for that. And so my wife, Rachel, gave us two. So the first one is song you are most likely to sing to. So, if you hear the song, it comes on, there's a very small chance that you're not going to start singing this song out loud. So, do you have, what would your song be?
Drunk Girls by Maren Morris.
Ah, okay. I'm not familiar.
Like that song Inside Out. And it's just a fun the beat's fun. And it's like Maren isn't really, she's singing it, but she's kind of just like talking it out too.
Sure.
So it's like anyone can sing. It's like you don't have to like have a huge range to try to sing this.
Right.
It's not like going to be an embarrassing karaoke song for you to sing or anything. You can just kind of sing along. It's easy. But it's a fun one. It's talking about Maren's basically talking to she's talking to a friend essentially. And it's just she's telling her friend, like, why do you keep going out with this guy? He treats you like crap. And basically she's saying to her friend, how does this, I have to like go through the whole song in my head, but
sing it?
basically she's saying, no, I can't. She basically is saying, it's called Drunk Girls because she's saying he's going to treat you right. That's like saying drunk girls don't cry. Like that's just a total lie. Like it's like a play on words kind of like that. Like she's basically telling her friend, what are you doing? Like, you think he's going to start being nice to you? That's like saying drunk girls don't cry. And she, girl, you must be out of your damn mind. And then it just kind of goes and goes. It's a fun one.
I could see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, there you go.
It's fun. I like it. It's got a good beat.
Perfect.
Like a little, it's a tune that you could just sing along to.
I love it. Um, so I've got two. Again, I couldn't even follow my own instructions. Sometimes you just start going down the list of songs and it's like, oh, that one's good. That one's good. So the first one, I'm sure I mentioned before. I know I mentioned before. I think we talked about the songs that we know. Like if our life was on the line, what song would we do lyric for lyric, word for word. This one is by Music Soul Child, and it's a song. It's a song that we would sing to our girls all the time. And sorry, just trying to catch up with my notes. It's a song that we would sing to our girls all the time, and because they know the words now too. And it's "Just Friends" by Music Soul Child. And yeah, I've always loved that song. It's just a fun one. And I'm never great with lyrics. Like I can never sing a song perfectly. That one would probably be my best shot if I was, my life was on the line. But yeah, anytime I hear that coming on, yeah, I'm gonna start singing it probably. And then in fact, there was one time we went to a that car show. Like they do those car shows at Cal Expo where you can like look at all the different new cars that are coming out. Not like not like a car club, but just they say, hey, here's all the new models of cars from all the dealerships. I was at that one time, and there was this guy that was working there, and he was cleaning the cars, and I couldn't hear what he was listening to. He had headphones on, but he started singing that song. I'm like, oh, I just wanted to jump in with him. It's like if I could hear what you were hearing now, I would jump in with you, but I'm gonna leave you alone because you're just trying to do your work. But like, oh, like to that point, like I love that song, and you just wanted to jump in.
That's so random.
It was random, because he just started singing it out loud. I'm like, hey, I can't sing it as well as you're singing it right now, but I would love to join in with you. But I'm gonna let it slide. I'm just gonna go away. The other one that is it's a more recent song. It's by a guy named Benjah, Benjah, and it's called "Load Up the Boats," and it's just a fun kind of a summer. I almost put that for my summer song. It's kind of a fun summer song. It's kind of got like a reggae-ish type vibe. I think technically it's country, but I listen to it and I love this artist so much. I'm like, I'm gonna give it a shot. It wasn't enough country for me to turn away. So it had a different just kind of feel to it. But he's just talking about taking the boat out, going fishing, all that stuff. So I really like that one. I could sing that one pretty well too. Not perfectly, but pretty well. And if I hear it, it's gonna come on, or I'm gonna sing it for sure. So yeah.
I like to equate it to like the karaoke song. Like you're confident
Sure.
to sing it to like, because you sing it all the time. Like, like a drop of a hat, you sing. Like there's no way I'm not going to sing Drunk Girls if I hear that song come on. There's just no
Is that
way.
your karaoke song?
I've sang it for karaoke before. I'll just sing it a cappella. I don't know. I'll just sing it without the music coming on. I'll start singing it. It's just great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Did we get? I think that's all. That's all I have, unless you have something.
Yeah,
else.
Rachel had one more. Oh, the destination song. So, is there a certain song that you associate with a destination? Like if you're going to the mountains, if you're going to Tahoe, if you're going to the beach, if you're driving through a city, is there a song that you have that would fit that category?
This song just makes me think of summer. Also, it could also go in the summer category, but for some reason, it just makes me feel like I'm on vacation mode, no matter where I'm going. But it's again, it's country, but it's kind of poppy. So it's Nelly with Florida Georgia Line, and it's called Cruise.
Oh,
have you heard that?
Okay,
yeah, you heard that song.
I have heard that song. Yeah.
I like that one. I love when Nelly hops into the country world. It's great.
Nice, very nice.
That's a good. It's just fun. Florida Georgia Line has one without him, but I like the version with Nelly. Is my favorite.
Perfect. Yeah. Honestly, I was having a tough time with this one because I forgot to do it. So, oops. I'm trying to think. I mean, again, I could go the easy way and just choose one of the summer ones because I do associate that with the beach.
Right.
What do I want to go with though? This is not great podcasting. I apologize, everybody.
Well, it's hard to find like like honestly, I started finding songs towards the end of work today because I'm like, I can't just wing this one. I got to be prepared and have my songs ready
Mm-hmm.
because it's hard to put on the spot. But it's kind of like this one is I feel like is similar to summer, but that's only because my breaks to go to destinations are usually happen in the summer.
Right.
So I kind of can be too
You know what?
full,
I'll say
you
this.
know.
I said this last time. I said this last time, or no, maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't say this last time because I did an episode on Home Team where we talked about music too. So I'm going to say this one. So this is a song that I always associate with um, going to Giants games, and it's not a song that they play right now. It's not a song that they've played for quite a few years, but it's a song that used to be Barry Bonds' walk-up song, and it's Next Episode by Dr. Dre. And that was like, especially like a little kid, you love watching Barry Bonds play. And when you got to the ballpark and you heard the Next Episode start playing, it's like, oh, it's Barry Bonds. Like you just knew, and you would always associate him and that song together. And so anytime I heard that song off the field, I just always thought about him coming up to bat. When I heard it in the ballpark, it just made you really excited to watch him hit. And so I always associate that with the baseball, the ball field, like specifically the Giants ballpark. And so that would kind of be one for me. Like I've always loved that song, but it's always has this connection to baseballs and specifically Barry Bonds coming up to the plate. So, yeah, that'd probably be mine.
Love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah. I think this has been a good list of songs for people to listen to if they don't know what to put on their summer playlist.
Yeah. So let us know after you listen to this episode. Let us know in the comments on Instagram or YouTube and tell us what you think. Tell us if you added any of these songs, or tell us if you think we have horrible taste in music. I'm fine with that too because I don't care.
You know, I do love, I mean, I have my classic songs that I listen to on
Mm-hmm.
repeat in my playlist. I don't mind. I just have it on shuffle and it goes through them and it doesn't get old, but I do like finding new songs that I've never heard. So sometimes I'll put it on just a random, like I'll pick an artist and it'll be that so-and-so radio and I'll shuffle through. Sometimes it jumps to a different artist because it's like artists like this. And I literally, especially if I'm on a road trip by myself and I'm just done listening to podcasts, I'll just shuffle through songs and I'll give the song the first 10 seconds. If I'm not into it in 10 seconds, I hit next.
There you go.
And like, if it's got to like catch me, I'm like, oh, I like this beat. Okay, this is cool. And then I'll listen to the whole thing. And pretty soon I'm adding that to my playlist. I did that. I went to my sister's in Santa Rosa on Sunday. I think I added like 8 songs to my playlist just by being on like a random shuffle. It was
pretty
great.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's how I find new music sometimes, or friends will tell me about it. But if I'm not, like you don't like country, so I can't be like, here, Josh, listen to this my Kane Brown playlist. You're gonna be like, I don't like any of this, but I love it. So it's hard to recommend songs, and people are like, I'm just not into that. And so it's good. I just have shit on shuffle sometimes, and then I figure out what I like.
There you go. And there's some people that don't care. They're like, hey, you should listen to this song. Like, I don't like country. Yeah, I know, but you should still listen to it. Like, oh, okay.
It's good. Listen to it anyway.
Yeah, we'll do. I'm not gonna listen to it. Maybe I will. Depends who it is. To be honest with you, depends who it is and how much I like that person. If it's some like random person, like this is not gonna happen. I don't even know you. If it's someone I'm close with, I'll give it a shot because I have respect for that person. But you know, I find a lot of music either in like movies when it pops up in a movie. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting song, or like I'll be out somewhere. Right. And you just hear a song and then I, pull out one of like the song ID things and I'm like trying to like slyly figure out which song it is. And there's been plenty of times where I'll be out and about and my wife's like trying to find that name of the song. I'm like, how'd you know? She's like, I can see your phone over there, trying to like sneakily grab it. I'm like, I don't want to make a big deal about it, but yeah, I like this song. So it's a fun way to find them. But I'll say this though, it's really disappointing if it doesn't work. Like whatever you use, Shazam or whatever, I think mine's Soundhound, whatever you use to find songs that are just playing. If it doesn't catch it, it's the worst feeling.
It is. You feel so defeated.
You feel defeated, and then it's like this mad scramble. I'm on Google on my phone trying to like type in lyrics. Like this has got to be something, and then when you don't find that, it's like, well, this wasn't meant to be. Can't find it. There you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Well, we hope you guys enjoy your playlist. And hey, we would love to hear your suggestions too. If there's anything that you feel fits in the categories that we mentioned or any song that you really enjoy that you feel like we need to, especially, I can't speak for Deb, but I think a little bit maybe the summer thing, like we do, as you can tell, a lot of our songs kind of tend to lean towards summer because we're entering summertime. So if you have any fun summer songs that you think I should add to my playlist, I'm always open to that. Even if it's country, a little less open, but yeah, I'll take a listen maybe. So anyways, Deb, where can they follow us on social media?
You guys can follow us on Twitter at connectablepod, and then on every other social media like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, it's at Connectable Podcast.
There we go. And then make sure you subscribe on your favorite podcast app and also YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please, if you wouldn't mind, give us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week with another awesome episode. Hopefully we don't have any technical issues like we did this time. But yeah, enjoy this episode. And we will talk to you guys next week. See ya.
See ya.
Thanks for watching the show. If you enjoyed that episode, make sure you like it, share it, and hit the subscribe button to get a new episode every week. We'll see you next time on the Connectable Podcast.